Les Mis was the first time I ever worked with Sharon Paquette, and it was the first show here that I had a leading role in, so it was very stressful, but also very fulfilling. Sharon's directing style is so different from anything that I ever experienced before, because she's very energy-based with like the acting, and it's just more visceral than logical, and so I think I got attached to that. And being able to sing in this space with packed house was incredible. So I loved this. It was a great time. For Spring Awakening, I had the part of Ernst because the show itself is so powerful, and the journey that each person that cast individually went on, guided by Morgan Murphy, the director, and also with Lisa Travis, choreographer, who just had so many visceral movements and kind of gut-wrenching moves in that show that it really just put a big impression on me. Orpheus in the Underworld was the first operetta that I ever had to work on. And it was by all means goofy, it was just a lot of fun. And the direction under Paul Morosco was great because Paul he knows exactly what you're supposed to do, even if you don't know it, or if you have like a hint of like where you want to go. He's like, you want to do this. Like, I know that's what you want to do, so just do it. And you're like, okay, you're right. Very encouraging to work with Paul. Avenue Q, I was Princeton, and I got to work on the Revolve again, which I did not trip this time because my body had gotten used to it. And I got to work with Fran Page, who is an amazing person overall, let alone director. He's just a great guy to work with in general because he understands exactly what you're trying to do and like the struggles you're having with whatever reason, like whether it be like the puppet moving its mouth or just your blocking or the words. Like, he completely gets it because he's also an actor, and so he's always in your mindset. He's always there with you. And then I also got to work with Emily Jaworski as music director, and she's brilliant and just a hoot to work with. Yeah, but that show, I laughed more than in rehearsal than probably any other show. Three Penny Opera was, I think, one of the hardest musicals that I've ever had to participate in. Not had to, but participated in. Because the style, it's Brecht, so it was written by Brecht. And it's a translation from German to English. And it's very disjunct, and it's weird, and it's like we did a steampunk version of the show, but like a natural steampunk, and that was also directed by Sharon Paquette. But it was the character I had to play was very different than the person I am, which, I mean, that's acting. But I started to feel that in my life, I was letting it get to me, and I found Sharon a very good outlet for that, because I would talk to her and be like, I feel like it's kind of melting a little bit, and she would give me great advice. And the other faculty, like Kathleen Arecki, who was music directing that show, I would be able to talk to them and be like, how do I get out of this like persona? As far as the amount of experience that I've gained from Plymouth being able to work in all the theaters that the Silver Center has, and with pretty much every director and choreographer that we have, I feel that I've gained so much just in the whole diversity aspect of it. Being able to switch semester from director to director. I have worked with multiple directors on occasions, but I've worked with every director that the faculty has at the school. So I feel very privileged to be able to do that, along with choreographers and music directors. And it really just enriches and enhances my ability to learn and take things from each person, that I'm not just learning copycat skills from like just Paul, but I'm also getting things from Paul and Sharon and Beth and Robin and Fran, and kind of creating my own person and my own style from all these different outlets, and being able to translate that from space to space.